product developed by Microsoft, and this product comes with different versions like online, on-premise, and partner-hosted. Based on the customer choice and the requirement, customer will go with that version, like it is the online, on-premise, or partner-hosted. And Microsoft Dynamics CRM is built on .NET platform. Microsoft Dynamics CRM itself is built on .NET platform.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
now if you see the
amazing.
history, if you see the history of Dynamics CRM, it was launched in 2003 with version 1.0, and then it was
Mhm.
popular in 2007 with version 4.0. And then on top of that, 2011 was released, and then 2013 is released, and 2015 is released, 2016, and then we have the latest version, that is Dynamics 365 Potassium version. Now, during the training, we will be covering all the topics, that is from CRM 4.0 till Dynamics 365. Whatever the topics which we have from CRM 4.0 till Dynamics 365, all the topics will be covered. Next, this CRM software comes with three types of deployments: online, on-premise, and partner hosted. Online is like cloud hosting. You don't require any hardware, any software, or technical team to monitor the server 24 by 7. This is taken care by Microsoft in online. Online is cloud hosting. So as a customer, you don't require to purchase any hardware, any software, or any licenses. You don't require to purchase any licenses or any technical dedicated technical team. You don't require any dedicated technical team to monitor the server 24 by 7. Next comes the partner hosted. Partner hosted is like some third party software vendors. Example like TCS, Infosys, these companies host the CRM on their servers and provide the services to the customer. So why would customer go with the partner hosted? Why not with Microsoft? If you say partner hosted may provide some add-on services like SMS integration, advanced customized banking application, retail application, and they may give some more add-on services like a telephonic IP integration, SMS integration. So that's where the customers would get targeted to the partner hosted. The next comes the on-premise. On-premise is where the customer has to purchase the hardware, software, maintain a dedicated technical team who needs to monitor the server 24 by 7, who need to monitor the server 24 by 7. So these are the three types of deployments, online, on-premise, and partner hosted. Now there is a full flexibility that customers who is using online will be able to migrate to on-premise, on-premise to online, and vice versa. There is no restriction. The next term, in this training, we divided this training into three different modules, that is administration, functional, and technical. Administration, functional, and technical, which will give you a role as a techno-functional kind of a role. Even if you're a non-technical person also, you require some technical knowledge. Whether you're, you're not a technical person, but yes, you require some technical knowledge, because when you're talking to the business, you should be aware of the CRM terminology and how the things can happen and how the logic can be implemented in CRM. So that's where the technical knowledge is required. So if you're non-technical also, you require some basic knowledge on technical, whether it is doable or not. When you talk to business or gather the requirement or prepare a functional spec or prepare a mock-up, then you should be in a position to give some information to the business. So when you will be able to give the information to the business, when you are aware of the complete product knowledge. Okay, so first we'll start with the CRM environmental setup, that is CRM administration. In the administration, we're going to cover Microsoft Dynamics CRM overview, different types of deployments like online, on-premise, and partner hosted, hardware and the software requirements, installation of Dynamics CRM, installation and configuration of email router, deployment manager, reporting configuration, organization import and database restore, How do we upgrade from the lower versions to higher versions? What are the technical considerations that need to be considered while upgrading the system from lower versions to higher versions? Database structure, language pack installation, roll-up installation. So these are all activities related to environmental setup. These are all activities related to environmental setup. So once we covered this environmental setup, next we will move to functional. So in functional, there are three main modules of Dynamics CRM, that is sales, marketing, and service. Now, how the sales, marketing, and service can be used in different industries. Example, how banking is using CRM, or if it is an insurance company, how insurance company is using CRM, or if it is a retail sector, how retail sector is using CRM, or if it is a recruitment domain, how recruitment industry is using CRM, or if you take an example of a training industry, how training industry is using CRM. See, every industry in day-to-day life does customer relationship management, that they do marketing, they do sale, and they do provide the service to the customer. Even if you're working for a software company, internally software company is also doing customer relationship management. To get the new projects, they are doing marketing, and then after marketing they're doing sales, and after sales we're providing the service to the customer. So that we will see practically with a different domain and end-to-end life cycle of each module, that is sales, marketing, and service. Now once we covered this, next we will move to the customizations and configuration. So this customizations and configuration, there are some 30 plus features where we don't require even a single line of code. These are all product features. These are all product features where we don't require even a single line of code. And these features are being covered from CRM 4.0 till Dynamics 365. That is entity creations, metadata, field creations, form customizations, where we will be covering multiple forms, role-based forms, quick view forms, quick create forms, mobile forms, table, tablet forms, relationships, subgrid, lookup filtrations, web resource, iframes, view customizations, dashboards and charts, field level security, calculated fields, roll-up fields, hierarchical view, data management, auditing, templates, goal management, queue management, security, timer. These are all product features where we don't require even a single line of code. Any questions?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I'm interested on this one particular customization and configuration because I can be, right now I'm doing Salesforce admin work. This is same like admin work here. The customization also relate to lot of admin stuff, right? I can configure new field and create your logo. Yeah, these things. I'm much interested on this one and deployment. Which one you showed me the first step, right?
Yeah, so that because that is also mandatory. Yeah, but those steps are required. Like how do you configure email router? How do you take a backup plan? How do you take a backup plan? Those all things are required. So these are also doesn't require even a single line of code. These are all product features, configuration, product features. Now, once we cover this, next we will move to advanced technical. So in the advanced technical, this is the technical architecture provided by Microsoft. So now why do we require this advanced technical knowledge is being a non-technical person, why you required this knowledge? See, this knowledge is very important whoever is working on CRM, because what happens is like every project has a requirement to do an integration. Every project has a requirement to do an integration. So let me go to this one. So this architecture tells that technically what happens when you perform any action from UI. When I say UI, it can be a mobile UI, it can be a web UI, it can be an Outlook UI, or it can be any other interface. Now, when you perform any action from these interfaces, that is create, update, delete, retrieve, what will happen? Technically, everything will go to database. Technically,
Right.
when you retrieve the data, it will pull the data from database. When you create a record, it will create a record in database. So while going to database, these are all different layers. This is called client-side JavaScript layer. Then this is the CRM WCF service layer. And then this is where we validate the data plugins. If data is not valid, it will stop at this level itself. And this is where the Microsoft has written the code, secured code. Microsoft has written the code. And then finally, from here, your request will go from here to this place to this place, and then finally it goes to database. And after creating a record, let's assume that you got a requirement. After create, you want to create a same record in Oracle database. You want to push this information to SAP or Salesforce. So this is where you write a code. This is where you write a code. After creating that record, you want to push the record to the Salesforce. So that we'll see in detail when we move to this topic. Not only this, tomorrow you may get a requirement that to build an interface which will talk to other systems. So when I say other systems, here we have named few of them. That is Oracle, SAP, legacy system, flat files, third-party applications, Salesforce. From these applications, how do we push the data to CRM and get the data from CRM? So we'll have to build an interface that will talk to the source application and the target application. So this will be covered under the architecture part. Now, once we covered the architecture part, see, this is practically, you are not going to do the coding, but yes, knowledge is very important when you gather the requirement from the business. Now, once we covered this, next we'll move to integrations. How are we going to integrate Dynamics CRM with other applications like SSRS integrations, ASP.NET portal integration? How do we integrate Dynamics CRM with a portal? And how do we write a custom create, retrieve, update code operations, query expressions, fetch XML, query by attribute, SharePoint integration with Microsoft Dynamics CRM, Outlook offline client integration, SSIS integration, third-party integration with Microsoft Dynamics CRM, data migration with Microsoft Dynamics CRM. The next, plugins. So plugins is where you write the custom business logic, architecture, development, registration, debugging, shared variables, images, plugin messages, impersonation, plugin constructor, offline plugins, plugin execution order, exception handling. So these are all subtopics related to plugins. Then we have workflows. How do we automate our business requirements? Understanding the workflow basics. So here also we require 50% code and 50% is a configuration. How do we automate the business requirement? By using the out-of-box features. Understanding the workflow basics, understanding the triggering options with real-time workflows, workflow actions, real-time workflows, asynchronous workflows, child workflows, on-demand workflows, custom workflows, recursive workflows, wait condition, extending workflows with the code. The next we have dialogues, business process, actions, JavaScript, advanced JavaScript, business rules, ribbon customizations, sitemap customizations, and the last one is the solution management. That is, how do we give a deployment? That is, when you are into a development, from development, how do it goes to the testing UAT, and from UAT, how it goes to production. So this are the topics that we are going to cover during the training. And for all the topics, we will be providing you the soft copies. These all soft copies will be shared. All the soft copies will be shared. And one more thing, by profession, I am not a trainer. I am working as a technical architect. So whatever the knowledge you get is all practical and scenario based. So don't expect any definitions kind of a knowledge. Every session we will do a practical. Every topic we will do a practical.
Okay.
And then we'll also have a walkthrough on a project implementation. So a real-time project implementation. So here we have few of the projects. one is on hotel management, and then one is on employee recruitment management system. So these are all the basic things where how you will get to know how do you prepare a functional specs document, how do you create a flow charts, how do you create a flow charts, and then based on that, the technical team will start working on the requirements.
Okay. So this functional flow chart and all, we already we are doing that,
Yep.
in our org. So the other thing, other than this, whatever we gone through, do you
Yeah.
have an idea of the inventory and field service modules, Dynamics inventory and field service?
Uh, Field service, I am aware of that, but inventory, I need to check field service and project service automation,
Mm-hmm.
PSA module and the field service module.
Yeah. So that
Um,
we are implementing is going live next 2-3 weeks.
mhm.
Uh, and inventory is going to be in 2-3 months. So I'm trying to move
Mhm.
inventory team.
Okay.
So it's covered. It's whatever you've gone through. It's good. It's we have to have this knowledge. Plus addition, currently we are using these two modules for
Yeah,
our
this field service automation, project service automation, and then inventories are these are all new to Dynamics 365, and these features are available only in online, not in on-premise.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you the few updates on that one inventory, and then field service also will cover that one.
Yeah. If we've covered the field service at least
Yeah.
now, and overview of inventory, it's really great because I'm
Yeah.
looking for that, trying to move to that team. So
Hmm.
definitely the
Sure, we'll
admin,
cover that one. Yeah.
admin
Yeah.
configuration and admin functionality is going to be good. I have to be admin, as Dynamics 365 admin for
Hmm.
initially. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, Deployment, probably I do deployment. The
Hmm.
Yeah, we have architect from a consultant. He's not full time.
Hmm.
Once we deploy the architect and those people go away, so we are trying to take care of ourselves as a team. Right
Okay.
now in my work, nobody knows the inventory, but we want to deploy inventory. Field
Hmm.
service, we have another person, another BA. She's doing field service, but she is a pure BA. She doesn't have a knowledge about the configuration and the
Hmm.
deployment. That's
Hmm.
what I am going to be because I did that work for .NET framework before.
Okay.
Okay. I think if possible, please add that topic,
Sure,
at
sure.
least.
That will include it. Will include that one field service, and then inventory also will include it.
Okay,
Mm.
great. Yeah. So you said you were giving a real project to see how we are implementing that.
Yes, yeah. So this is not the first time I have been providing training. It's been from last 8 years. I'm providing training on Dynamics CRM.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's not the first time I'm providing training, and that is what I was showing. Like, see, there are few people who come from non-technical background, and then initially they would just want to understand each and everything. So you are already working, so you are aware of the this preparing of the functional specs document. So some people they come newly to the industry and they want to grab the complete knowledge and then showcase themselves as if they are the Dynamics CRM consultant, so they require
Mm-hmm.
the complete knowledge, like how do they start? See, it's not just only the technical things. When you are looking for a job, you also required the end-to-end real-time scenarios. You should be in a
Right. Yeah.
position to prove because the interviewer that you are a real-time person. So to make you as a real-time, bookish knowledge is not required. Bookish knowledge is
Yeah.
not required. How you have done real-time? How do you start your project? So from the basics, like where how do you prepare a functional specs document, and then how do you design the design flow documents, and then where the technical team will start, how the real-time scenarios from kickoff meeting to go live. So these all informations will be shared to other technical, this trainer team also, so that they can grab the knowledge and get the job. So
Okay.
I think you don't require these all things. So you're already doing. So it is just a part of training. I should.
Okay. Yeah. I'm more, when you go to the topics, I'm more interested in an admin side,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, we will do everything. See, as I said, like everything will be practical, and we have the
Mhm.
environment. So we will do everything practical.
Okay, cool. Yeah. That's nice. Great. I see the screens. I'll talk to Prakash about when we can start.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, he will give us a idea, the date.
Okay.
Uh,
Hmm.
what about the? So these are the. I thought of asking. So do you have any other, the bullet points other than this one, or what other topics
So
the
this includes
course
everything.
content?
No, no,
Okay.
the course contents includes everything that is administration, functional, and technical. Whatever
Okay.
is required on CRM,
Okay.
that is included everything.
Okay. The reporting configuration, this is the number 7, right?
Which
This
one?
is a this is a
Yeah,
report
reporting
configuration.
configuration.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, report configuration is for on-premise. On-premise, you have a SSRS report server.
Okay, okay. Oh yeah.
So
They are
for online, you don't require that one. Online directly, you can develop an SSRS report and integrate it.
okay. That's good. Okay. Data migration. Okay. Expressions, code expressions. Okay. Yeah. Think good. So many topics. Yeah, yeah, thank you very much. I think it's a lot of topics to
Yeah.
cover. Yeah, I just add two more, if you have a idea
Yes,
about,
field service.
yeah.
Yeah, field service and inventory will include it.
Yeah, that's the one we are focusing. Plus,
Right.
I know the configurations. Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you very much
Okay.
for
Yeah.
your time. I'll talk to Prakash tomorrow or today
Yeah.
to find out your availability and when he is
Sure.
going to
Yeah.
start the class. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you very much.
Okay. Thanks.